Hello, guys. I don't know what is going on with StreamYard.
We're live.
Yeah,
We're good.
because our intro video didn't work, and I'm like, oh no, that's not a good start because that is when things mess up.
Mhm.
And I know last time the video wasn't working for a lot of people, so we had to make a whole new stream. But we're here.
We're here.
We're
Let us
here.
know. Let us know if you can see us and you can hear us.
Yeah.
And if we're not super laggy or anything.
Yeah, and if things start buffering again, let us know. We'll start a new stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, this happened the last time with our same guests.
Yeah.
But you know, technical difficulties. I might have to contact StreamYard about this.
Yeah.
We're doing a review.
We're doing a movie review.
This was a request from Koi, who I see is in the chat right now. We'll be talking to the chat in just 1 second, but thank you for requesting this one, Koi.
Yeah, and we got some surprise guests available as well.
Yes, we were doing our top 10 steamy moments in horror, and a scene from this movie came up, and we discussed with our guests afterwards about doing it.
Was it me talking about the reach around?
You brought it up, yes.
I think I would have chose a different scene from this movie.
Oh, there's so many scenes you could choose from this movie.
Yeah.
But we are going to bring our guests on before we get to things.
All right.
Kaylee and Robbie, that horror couple.
Yo,
Hey guys.
yo, the stream. Speaking of messed up, besides the stream, this movie's messed up, right?
Yes, it is.
Yo.
This was your first time watch, correct?
Yes, it was. We watched it last night.
Damn it, Koi!
Yeah.
What did you have me watch, man?
This was our second watch, and I'm glad we got a chance to do a rewatch of it.
Yeah, because we haven't seen it since it came out, and I've
Yeah.
been wanting to rewatch it for a while. Because I watched Possessor last year, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And that one's Brandon Cronenberg's second movie, which I also really love, and is also a mind fuck. So if you want to go for another one, round
Have
2.
you seen Possessor?
I have not. I will write that down so we can check that out too.
All right.
Possessor.
Well, I'm still not over. I'm still not over this one yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Before we start, though, tell everyone about your channel. I know you guys were just on, but there might be some new faces in here. So yeah.
Well, we give you the reach around just with videos, basically, with reviews. We come in there from behind while you're pissing, and we don't stop
No.
until we give you our score.
That's weird.
All right, Kaylee, take it out.
Okay. We do like newer horror movie reviews on YouTube as that horror couple. We just finished actually wrapping up the Walking Dead Dead City season 2 recap series that we had going. I just uploaded that like an hour ago, the finale review. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can check that out.
It was good.
We just did 28 years
I was
later.
impressed with your editing, actually.
Yeah, oh, thank
I was
you.
like, good job.
That's awesome. Thanks.
I just sit on my ass while she makes this whole thing happen.
Kaylee's killing it.
Oh, we have a members page.
Oh yeah, we have a members page now. So if you guys want to check that out, we do like exclusive videos that we don't put on our main page on there. So if that's something you guys would be interested in, definitely just check it out.
Perfect.
And,
I was also
It's
I was also
basically the reach
watching-
around. Like I said, we reach around.
I was also watching your video this morning on Sean's Horror Corner, and you guys were talking a lot about Walking Dead and stuff before the review part. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a cool
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, we loved hanging out with him. Everybody check out Sean's Horror Corner.
Yeah, we had a good conversation about A Quiet Place, and yeah, he's a cool guy, and I have a friend from Oklahoma now. I feel kind of cool about that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, Sean's great.
yeah, dude.
But yeah, Ryan has your link in the chat. Thank you, Ryan.
Swayze. We can always count on Swayze, man.
Always.
Yo,
Thank
that guy
you,
had.
Ryan.
And thanks for representing, man. Hey, yeah, and yeah, that's it. He got it right. He did good.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much, Ryan. Yeah, like the video and subscribe to us and that horror couple if you're not already.
Yeah.
Let's hit up the comments here and then we'll get into this movie.
Yeah.
How do we describe this thing, Koi?
Hey, Koi.
Hey, Floyd, the man of the hour.
Yo, yo, yo.
What did I just
Ryan-
watch?
Ryan's got Koi's link in the chat. Thank you, Ryan. We got Ashton. Hey,
Hey.
Ashton.
Yo,
Hope you're
he
doing
watches our
well.
stuff. He's a good guy.
I love Ashton. I always see him in live streams. And Koi is thinking about another movie review for us. I put a super chat goal up
Oh, okay.
for movie review requests. So thinking about another movie. Let's get him
Okay.
a clip.
What was the movie that we watched instead? Because you originally suggested another movie.
Crimes of the Future he wanted.
Oh yeah, Sam hates that fucking movie.
Have you guys seen Crimes of the Future?
I don't think so. I
No.
haven't. Have you?
Is that a Koi request?
It originally was, and then
Oh, okay.
he found out I hated that movie, so he switched it to Infinity Pool.
Oh,
Yeah.
good choice.
Yeah.
This was my first watch though, and I was like, "Damn!" So
Yeah.
you did good, man. You did good. That I don't think I've ever seen a movie quite like this, but
I'm gonna play a little something here.
a little something, something.
Purple Rain. Sign of the Times. Definitely not. The Batman soundtrack. Throw it.
My favorite movie.
Yeah, that soundtrack.
Thank you, Koi, for the super chat. We appreciate you. Let's see who else is here. Gory Tiger.
Hey, Gory.
What up, Gory?
Thank you, Ryan.
Hey,
At any
That's
time,
good.
if things are not working, let us know.
Yes, I haven't
Hey,
seen
Holland.
I haven't seen anybody say that things are working, so that's also got me shook. But
Well, Ryan just did
oh, okay.
audio and video. Is good.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, brain fart. It was hot today.
It
it's
was very
Swayze,
hot.
it's Swayze approved, man. Swayze approved.
Is it hot where you guys are right now?
I think it's like 100 here, 100 degrees.
Yes. I am currently bottomless.
I don't know what 100.
You can't tell, but
I don't know either.
It's like 35 here,
Yeah, so today
which
was
is hot.
yeah, today's basically they're comparing our weather today to like Cuba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just went to Thailand and I was looking at the weather in Thailand and it was cooler there.
Oh, wow.
Right.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
So we were at 35, felt like 45 or something like that Celsius.
Yeah.
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 It was hot.
Swift. Swift is here. What's
What
up?
is up,
Swift
Swift?
day.
Salute to you, sir.
Thanks for being here. Rob's here.
Rob, what's going on?
How's it going? Ryan's got Sean's Horror Corner there in the chat. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it.
He has everybody's
check-
back, man. He has everybody's
check
back.
out the video he did with that horror couple for sure. Nanette's here. Nanette, long time
Ooh.
no see. Thank you for being here.
What's going on?
Hey, Gene.
What's going on, Gene?
Gene?
Nice to see ya.
A lot of familiar faces, but some new ones out. I'm enjoying this.
Now I feel like I have to pay for a Crimes of the Future episode. I know, and Rob will be mean about it and not change the movie. That's I mean, I already told Koi if he really wanted me to do Crimes of the Future, I would have.
She barely sat in the theater for it.
I know, I almost walked out.
Yeah.
130 Fahrenheit where Nanette is.
Oof. Sounds
Wow.
hot.
That sounds hot, yeah. Yeah, they'd love that, Rob. 35 in Canada is like 95 here, which is the same temp we had today.
Okay.
Okay.
Rob's on it. Rob's got the calculator on.
Yeah, it was 35, felt like 45 though, they kept saying.
Mhm.
Which
The
is-
feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right. I'll get into some of the facts of the movie quick, like the cast and whatnot, and then we'll get into this. This is directed by Brandon Cronenberg, right?
Yeah.
6 out of 10 on IMDb, 87% on Rotten Tomatoes, starring Mia Goth and Alexander Skarsgård. January 27th, 2023 is when it came out. And a little synopsis. The synopsises are not always correct online, but we just had that with 28 Years Later where I read the synopsis and it wasn't even correct. And I was like, what the heck?
no.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Guided by a seductive and mysterious woman, a couple on vacation venture outside the resort grounds and find themselves in a culture filled with violence, hedonism, and untold horror. A tragic accident soon leaves them facing a zero tolerance policy for crime. Either you'll be executed, or if you're rich enough to afford it, you can watch yourself die instead. That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, that was spot on. Yeah. That's probably more description than what it gives to you on the back of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a synopsis that is. Yeah, damn.
So yeah, spoiler-free thoughts. What do you think of this movie, guys?
It was definitely different.
Right
and, like,
away,
really trippy.
It was extremely good at making me uneasy. Like right away, before I even knew anything that was going on, you see like this wacky ass, like upside down camera angle of like beautiful footage of like a vacation, but you feel uneasy. You don't know why. And this film was really good at that. Like almost the entire film, I had no idea what the hell was going on or the meaning of what was going on. Like, and like, you know, as like movie watchers, I'm constantly trying to figure things out. And I was like, I'm going to solve this. Couldn't do it, dude. Couldn't do it. And with all the titties and dicks, I was very distracted. Yeah.
Splooge.
Yeah.
There was, dude. But,
That's what I was thinking when that scene was on.
Yeah. James and his wife, Em, he's a writer, and he goes on vacation for some inspiration. And things just get way out of hand. To me, I would have left right after the hand job because that's enough to write a book about. I would have wrote a book just about the handy, and go home. But the guy stays probably because Mia Goth is like, you know, she's very flirty in this movie. You know, the dude's like hiding his passport. Yeah, he's like, I lost the passport. Know what I'm saying? I think it was just a chill with Mia Goth a little more. You know what I mean?
Kaylee, spoiler-free thoughts?
Yeah, I thought it was really well done. I really liked the acting in the movie. I loved Alexander Skarsgård and Mia Goth in the movie. I thought they did a great job. I love the atmosphere and the place where it takes place. I love like resort, like beach horror type movies, and I think that they did that really well. And like Rob said, they did a really good job for making you uncomfortable from the time the movie starts to the time it ends. Even when nothing's happening at the beginning, it's very unsettling and very uncomfortable. I think it's because of the camera angles. You feel like something weird is going on, and you know that's proven to be right later on.
I think anybody that's like, oh, I predicted what was going to happen, they're fucking lying. I don't think anybody saw anything coming. Like, you know, because there was like, I went through like 10 different scenarios in my head. I'm like, this is probably what's going on. No, never mind. I think it's this. And I don't know, dude. This was like Groundhog Day, Multiplicity, and Happy Death Day, like all put together. And it's still, I'm still trying to figure out what exactly happened.
I was getting
What did I watch?
vibes. Yeah. I don't know why.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about you?
I still love this movie. I know this is Brandon Cronenberg's third movie. His father's David Cronenberg, just in case people don't know. Huge fan. I think this movie is, I think it's his, like, I haven't seen Antiviral, so Antiviral is his first movie, so it's the only one I haven't seen yet, but like, I think this is his best one. I think I like this movie more than Possessor.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a sexual neon nightmare, we'll say.
Okay. Those your 3 words we're gonna get into?
No, I have different words. It might be one of the words is my word, but
okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think it's a great movie, an incredible watch, and it's incredibly well paced for its almost 2-hour runtime.
Does his dad direct films like this? Like, is it like a family business of just screwing with people? Like,
yeah, David Cronenberg did The Fly.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. Okay. We watched that for the first time last year. It was really good.
For some reason, The Fly always got away from me. And then when I saw it, I was like, "Where you been my whole life, man?" I'm like, "This is." I was
Jeff Goldblum.
I was entertained the whole. I was like, "This is so fantastic." I was like,
if you go back and watch like his older stuff, this is kind of like The Fly is like the most commercial, but the rest of his movies are very like surreal and cerebral and acid trips and body horror, like Videodrome. I showed you Videodrome.
Yeah, I didn't mind Videodrome. So far, that's my favorite David Cronenberg movie. I haven't seen many at all. And so far, I like Brandon Cronenberg more than his dad.
Okay.
Whoops.
They're newer.
Yeah, I guess so. That might be it.
But the guy's like Canadian through and through. Like all of his films are shot in Canada.
Yeah. Just Crimes of the Future so turned me off. Like I was just, it's so slow.
David also went through a few gangster movies. He did A History of Violence and what was the other one? Can't remember. He did another gangster movie with Viggo Mortensen.
Okay. Not into gangster movies.
No, I know. I'm just saying. He
You're not selling me here,
dipped
man.
his toes into outside of horror.
Okay.
You don't like Goodfellas?
I've never seen that.
Sam's dad didn't show her the good gangster movies.
No,
as a kid.
Dad
Oh.
showed me Detroit Rock City and Fast Times at Ridgemont
Yeah.
High.
Fast Times, yeah.
There's some good gangster stuff though. Maybe you can get into it.
I don't. I think Goodfellas is too long for.
That's a long
Um,
movie.
A Bronx Tale.
I'll get into my
Godfather?
spoiler-free thoughts, and then I will hit the chat here, and then we'll get into spoilers.
Okay.
Yeah, I still enjoyed this movie. I wasn't really in the mood to watch a movie yesterday. I kind of had a bit of a rough weekend. So I'm thinking maybe that's why I didn't enjoy it as much as the first watch, but I still enjoyed it. There's tons of body horror and trippy scenes, and the concept I absolutely love. It is super like creepy and dark. So yeah, still enjoyed the watch. But yeah, thinking maybe I just wasn't fully in the mood, which is what took it down a little notch.
Yeah.
Which happens sometimes.
Yeah, totally, 100%.
When are we in the infinity pool mood though? Is that a mood? Like, I just it's like I feel like watching Infinity Pool today. It's like,
Fair.
I don't know. Yeah, I never seen anything like this.
Hey Jamie.
Oh, Jamie.
Thanks for being here. And Koi has been a member for 5 months. Damn it, Koi. I'll do a super chat for that. A clip.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I got going on.
5-month
Here.
anniversary.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
Yeah. That one I downloaded for Brendan because he loves that movie.
Mhm.
Oh, I lost my spot. Let's see. 54 degrees here by Celsius.
Oh my God.
That's disgusting. I hope you got AC.
Yeah.
Ryan's got Jamie's link there in the chat. Thank you. Hey, Koi subscribed.
Oh, thanks so
Koi.
much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Spread the love. And Jimmy's here. Jimmy.
Jimmy G.
Jimmy and Swift are both in
Jimmy
the
J.
chat, and they're coming on for a horror hangout in July.
Awesome.
Yeah, they do Horror 365. They go live Wednesday nights and have some awesome shows.
Oh, he's the guy that was so excited in the voice chat.
In the voice chat, yes,
okay.
yes.
Yeah, he was so pumped.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, we're excited to have you guys on. All the titties and dicks make it hard to pay attention. Oh, Ryan dropping more links. There's Jimmy's. Asking about Ryan Swayze's name.
Oh.
I was sold at titties and dicks. Yes, Jamie.
It's a good combo.
Oh, my mouse stopped working. Sorry. I didn't know that Alexander Skarsgård is in this movie. I've never seen this movie, but that's about to change because I don't care how bad somebody tells me a movie is. If it's good, got one of my favorite actors in it, I'm gonna watch it. And Alexander Skarsgård is one of my crushes. Not to mention, even if he wasn't, he's a very good actor. Amen, Nanette.
True blood. Yeah.
Yes, Eric Northman.
Yes.
Love it.
Especially in this movie, we see his character totally like become more and more like just falling deeper into like whatever it is. Like, you know,
Mhm.
at first they like hit somebody like I Know What You Did Last Summer style with the car, and that freaks him out. But like, I think it gets even worse and worse. And the police interrogation scene was intense. Everything's intense in this movie,
Yeah.
dude.
Eastern Promises, is that a
That's the
gangster?
that's the other Cronenberg gangster movie
Okay.
that he did.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you.
Don't like Goodfellas. Never seen it.
That's what I said. That's what I said. There's got to be some De Niro stuff you would like.
Bronx Tale.
Yeah, I said that too.
Don't know, guys. Don't know.
I don't think I've seen that one actually.
I've never seen it either.
It's so hot here that I have the AC and a fan on, and I'm still sweating. Oh no. Glad everyone enjoyed the movie. Yes.
Oh no, I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I left it with more questions than I started with. I was like, what? I might just start asking you guys questions.
Hey, Joel.
We might have answers for you.
Okay. Really likes it. Rob subscribed as well. And
Oh,
he's
man.
being a dick while he's at it.
we got Humphrey on board
Yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. This guy, he's got opinions, and I like that.
Voice message Jimmy is on the case. Yes. Wish I could send an audio through this chat. I saw Bronx Tale in the theater. Of course you did, Jamie.
Oh, nice.
She's seen everything in theater.
Mhm.
All right, I'm caught up.
I love
Let's
the
do
Bronx.
it. Spoilers.
We are hitting spoilers, people. So if you haven't seen this movie, I highly recommend you going to check it out and then coming back to this video when you hit it on the replay.
Yeah, get out of here. We don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Okay, describe this movie in 3 words, guys.
I couldn't spoil it if I
Uh,
wanted to because I still don't know what the hell.
3 words.
Go.
I would say hypnotic, trippy, and mysterious.
Oh, I like that
Okay.
first one. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yes.
3 words, Rob.
Mind fuck, is that one word?
I guess so.
I don't know. It screws with your head the whole time. I mean, you think the film's going one way, it goes some way, totally unpredictable. The ending was just very random, and it's one of those endings too where you got to kind of make your own ending. So, 3 words. Fuck. 3 words. What?
You had 1, mind fuck. So what's
Mind
the
fuck,
other 2?
Handy, and damn.
Brennan?
I went with sexual hallucinogenic nightmare.
Oh, those are good.
Oh, I should have went with okay, I'm gonna go trippy erotic vacation.
Oh, okay.
I had trippy sci-fi vacation, but I wanted to get sexy like you.
I mean, like 90%. Well, not 90, but like at least a solid 60% of this movie is sex.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's true.
Well, yeah, even when there's conversation, Mia Goth is like flirting the whole time. So, like, yeah. Yeah, there's like overtones of like, she's like, it seemed random to me. She's just starting to hang all over him, you know, and she like, I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess that's going on now.
Yeah.
You know? She turns out to be
Yeah.
she's like the Tinder date from hell eventually,
Yeah.
you know, so it's like, you know, so
Yeah, she's constantly
Yeah.
seducing.
Yeah, you know, you meet those people on vacation that you hang out for a day, and then you're like, by the end of it, it's like, okay, I don't need to see those people anymore, but they keep showing up at your breakfast table in the morning, and they're like, what are we gonna do today? And it's like, not hang out with you.
Yeah.
and this guy James is a struggling writer. So right away, she knows how to get to him. She's like, I read your book. I'm a fan. And that's exactly how I feel when someone even knows like anything about my channel. I'm like, oh, okay. And right away, I'm your
Watch
friend.
channel.
You know, it bites me in the ass more times than not. Like, you know, so, you know,
Just go hang out with Mia Goth. It's okay.
I'm too, yeah. But it is flattering when someone recognizes your work. But I think later on, she's like, I never read your damn book or
Yeah.
something like that, or your book
Yeah.
sucks or something. I don't know. It was just weird, man.
Who's your favorite
yeah.
character?
Oh, well, Mia Goth, and I'd have to. It's a tie. Mia Goth and that guy James. I think the whole story to me is just the unraveling of the character of James. Because can I tell you what I think happened, or are we at like prediction point yet? Like,
You can. We do have a storyline category, but
okay,
whatever.
I'll save it.
Okay. Kaylee, who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna go with Gabby, Mia Goth. I think
Okay.
she did a great job. Yeah, she plays a really good, believable, like
Yeah.
regular to psycho really quick in
Like a-
all the movies I've seen her
Yeah,
in. So
like a
she just embodies that role very well.
Flirty psycho.
Very sexual, but very psychotic. It works. It somehow it just works with her to me.
I'm
So
like Baby Firefly from
Yeah,
like
something
Devil's
like
Rejects.
that,
Like
yeah.
like she's
Yeah.
hot, but like I'm like, yo, that bitch be crazy.
yeah,
You know, it's one of those things. I'm like, I can't trust this girl.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know, to be honest with you, because I don't think there's very many redeemable characters in this movie.
I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah.
Probably the
I
wife who
did-
got the wife. She just bounced. She got the hell out of there.
Yeah, M is definitely the most reasonable character.
No, but she
I
was-
don't think she's great either, though.
No, she's
She's got-
definitely
No,
like
she was a dick. She was a-
emasculates him and stuff.
Yeah, she said something about how, like, what'd she say during the double date? Like, I have the money because he's a struggling writer. She was totally being a bitch to him, her husband.
Yeah, and she says like I'm basically a charity.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, no, that's fucking rude.
Yeah.
It is rude. I'm broke and Kaylee's fine with it.
Yeah, it's just the little like petty comments she makes, right?
Yeah, it's like she's keeping around as like almost like a pet, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And she basically said straight up that she's with him to make her dad mad.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how to take that because like kind of like a joke scenario or
It seemed real for their relationship.
yeah.
So he was right to hide his passport and be like, I don't know where this thing is. I mean, yo, but then there was also I should save it. Hang on.
Yeah,
That's okay.
This movie just makes you want to talk, and then I'm
I
like,
know.
Yeah.
My
my
favorite
turn.
character, I'm gonna go with James. Of
Mhm.
course, he ends up becoming somewhat of a monster, but I guess he is having a rough go in his relationship, a rough go in his career, just a rough go in general. And he's vulnerable, and I guess, yeah, it's the downfall of him. And unfortunately, these people bring him down pretty quick.
See, the thing about James, I wanted to pick James too because like he's so lifeless in the start of the movie, and this is what makes him eventually feel alive, right?
Yeah.
And then it kicks him back down to the point where he's lifeless again by the end of the movie. So it's a rough watch.
It's like a drug, right? Like you got this like high, and then all of a sudden you're coming down, and you're like, "Well, what the fuck?"
Yeah.
that's how it feels to watch this movie too. It feels like, dude, what? Oh, hell no.
Normal to Psycho sounds like every woman I know. We all knew Sam wasn't going to pick Mia Goth as her favorite character. Let's segue that into our least favorite characters, guys. Who's your least favorite character?
At least.
Probably the rest of the group. They were pretty annoying. I guess she is too, technically. I just like that she does play such a good psycho, but they are really bad people. So yeah, I would probably say the rest of that group, like the clone group or whatever, they're pretty terrible.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, I don't even know what it was. Even the double date when nothing really bad happened, I'm like, I don't like this. I don't know. Something was really off. And it gives you that uneasy feeling like the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Gabby personally.
Yeah.
Because I think she's the mastermind behind this plan, or like maybe they take turns. Like I don't know, but like she seems like she's the one that's instigating the most. She's clearly, it seems like she's the leader of this group because as we find out later on, she's got nothing better to do with the rest of her year. She is a stay-at-home. She's apparently an actress, but we don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, like I think she just has all this time on her hands, and she's like, I'm gonna plan out next year's wild vacation and pick a target.
Yeah. I went with
she-
her too.
She had more than just time on her hands, dude. Let's give her a hand.
I think it's no news to our listeners that I cannot stand Mia Goth. I do think she did a good job in the movie, but man, are there scenes where it's like nails on chalkboard for me. I definitely went with Gabby. That's my least favorite character. Still enjoy the movie, but there's definitely scenes in here where I'm like, oh my god, if I was on set, you'd have to be paying me like triple just to stay to watch her.
I'm a star.
Yes. Swift says I have the steel book for Infinity Pool.
Somebody's selling it local to me for like $35, the 4K steelbook, and trust me, I've been thinking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's been on sale for a while.
Oh, nice. Beware a woman with too much time on her hands. Very true, Jamie.
Mhm.
Best acting. Who do you guys have the best performance?
I really liked Alexander Skarsgård, James's performance, because like you guys pointed out how he's like down and out at the beginning, and he kind of gets all the way up here and then falls right back down at the end. So he's like right back where he started. So I like the range that he's able to show us, like, of emotions, from being like down and depressed to being like super crazy on board with these people, and he's back down again when he realizes like all the horrible things he's become and what he's done. So I really just like the range of acting that he did in this movie.
Yeah.
I'd have to agree. James is like the Jack Torrance of this story. And just watching him like just unravel, and like he thought, Mia Goth played
keeps you guessing.
Mia Goth played a good psycho though.
Yeah.
She really did. I really thought she played a great psycho, but I think James, the story is about James. So
I think at this point, Mia Goth is just playing herself in all these movies. I believe it.
I could see that.
I went with James too. Alexander Skarsgård. I was trying to decide who I was going to put down, and then when we got that first scene of him acting as his double and he's crying and screaming for help, I was like, yeah, that's it. I'm putting down him for sure. And like you said, just the range he has in the movie, like he just did so good.
Yep. I also went with Alexander Skarsgård because I think he goes through the most amount of emotions. Like Kaylee said, he starts out very down and out, depressed, nothing seems to be working, to loving life and loving it, to living 3 different doubles. Being high, acting high is something that's incredibly hard to do, and I think he nails it. But there's also like scenes where he's very like primal and like, I'm
just writing on me.
It's closed.
I'm wearing black too, so it's okay.
But he goes to like very primal, and like I think that's really cool, and it's very like I almost feel like that's probably why he got the role for like the Northman, because of like how primal he acts in some of those scenes, because I think it's incredible.
Okay, yeah. I still got to see the Northman. Unsure if I'm gonna like it, but
I haven't seen that either.
No,
I haven't seen it. I like him too, so we have to check that out.
Yeah.
It's not a horror movie by any means.
It's who's the director?
Robert Eggers.
Yeah, see, I don't like Robert Eggers, but
Witch?
everyone says that this is such a different movie. So
yeah, it's an epic.
Yeah. What?
I'd call it like an epic.
What the heck is an epic?
Like it's a
it's like legendary,
like epic, man.
Like very action-y kind of movie, like an action type thing.
Say that it's like it's not quite like on the levels of like 300 epic, but like it's a more toned down. Like it's a Viking story.
Oh, okay.
I just don't know what an epic is.
I don't know. Chat, describe an epic.
Someone in the chat find us the definition.
Yeah. I feel like that's a thing.
Rob says The Northman is so awesome. It's not a horror movie at all, but it's incredible.
One of the coolest soundtracks. I listened to it at work the other day.
Good segue. What do you guys think of the score and soundtrack of Infinity Pool?
The music was very effective.
I think it really worked with the different trippy scenes and stuff. I think they really picked good background music for that.
The club music, pornos, sex scenes were very wild and sexy. And I saw like an elbow to a boob to I think a dick a few times. But it was very effective. I even felt uneasy before things started happening.
Yeah, the music helps, set the tone for it. So I think they picked perfect pieces for what they use it for.
The feeling of dread and the highs and the lows of the soundtrack really did affect you, because there's extreme moments, and then there's just like moments that are lingering that make you feel uneasy too. So it's like the music's effective. Yeah.
I totally agree that the music's effective. Like Robbie was saying at the beginning of the movie, before anything's even happening, you're getting this music with all these tilting camera shots. I'm going to call it the tumbler camera shot, and it was kind of what I was thinking. But like, it's so intense and so cool, and so like a horror neo techno soundtrack, which all of his movies I think have, but it definitely
like
works.
The strobe light you're talking about, like the
yeah, like there's that deep like bass going on.
Yeah, I got nothing else to add. I didn't write any notes for it, but I agree with everything you guys said.
Even the way they were flashing the lights too. I had it made you almost like look away.
It makes you
like,
uncomfortable where you want to look away.
Yeah, but there's boobs, so you want to look, but you want to look away.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, when they're like, don't look directly at the sun, and like every kid's like, you know, so
That's so funny. Jamie, epic, a long poem, typically one derived from ancient oral tradition, narrating the deeds and adventure of heroic or legendary figures or the history of a nation.
Okay.
Okay.
He's not a great character to follow, but like you follow him.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you. I knew it was a thing.
No, you
I'm
used to
feeling
right?
I'm feeling nice today, and I'm gonna give her a clip just for that because I'm just feel like it.
Because honestly, your clothes, they're disgusting.
Says the guy in the crop top.
What's up? Are you guys poor people? Are you guys poor?
The Final Girls. I love that movie.
Me too.
Same.
Cinematography. I know we kind of were talking about it a bit already, but you got anything else?
yeah, the vacation. Technically, it was like a beautiful location, but
Yeah.
it gave me that feeling like I'm far from home because nobody lives like that. So I was like, I want to go home right away. I was like, I want to go home.
It made me uncomfortable. I was like, I don't want to go anywhere because of the way they have that place, like with the barbed wire and the gates, and it's like a paradise, but it's like, you know, all the dangers are like hidden in plain sight kind of paradise. It just makes you uncomfortable. They do that very well with the cinematography.
Yeah, and then when he's getting interrogated by the police or whoever shows up at his door, like that room he's in feels very
Suffocating.
very claustrophobic. It's very effective. I mean, you go from like awesome scenery to like, and then
a
like
jail cell.
yeah,
kind
when
of thing.
they hit that guy in the car, like, dude, that was like a narrow, windy, dark road. That was
Yeah.
very effective too. I was like, because it was just everything was just so uneasy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think there's so many well done shots in this. I think there's so many well done sequences, like all of the drug and trippy, you know, color shows as well. Like this movie is just pop full of so much color. Yeah, I think it's incredible. Like I think he definitely knows what he wants to get shot
Mm-hmm.
and how it's gonna look.
Lots of colors and trippy scenes and orgies.
Yeah.
with those masks, dude, those weird masks.
Your
Yeah.
neck.
Yeah.
Mask. Mhm.
Yeah, I also, like you already brought it up, the spinning scenes are very disorientating in the beginning.
Yeah, you gotta,
And then
you gotta close your eyes. You gotta be like,
even sorry, I was gonna say, like, even like the title cards and stuff like that are very.
was my next.
Was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. The end
Go ahead.
credits.
Go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's fine. You just
Oh.
brought it up. The end credits, how they're like just like red. The whole screen's red.
They throw it at you.
no, it looks like low budget, like TV in like the 60s or something. Like it just looked really like, you know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
the 70s,
yeah,
like
the
television.
bright,
Yeah,
weird
like,
colors. Yeah,
Just the weird bright colors and like the font looks like old fashioned. It just
Mhm.
yeah, that didn't even look right to me. I was like, this does not feel right. It's like, fuck you, font.
Did you have anything else?
Nope, that was it.
Costumes and outfits.
They wore clothes. But when was that?
Not often.
No, there was a lot of nudity.
I think they worked for the setting that they were in. They looked like, you know, lounge around like vacation type clothes
Yeah.
at certain scenes, and then when they were out, you know, sometimes they had like dressier. At, you know, one or two scenes they had like dressier clothes. So I feel like the wardrobe fit the aesthetic they were going for.
Mhm.
Yeah. True. Yeah, he was all like a button-up shirt, preppy in the beginning, like all ready to go out to dinner. So it did make sense, like
Yeah.
how the guy started to compare it to how.
Like the clothes matched
Yeah.
like his descent into madness or something kind
Yeah,
of
well,
thing.
eventually he's just wearing a leash, barking like a dog.
Yeah.
So it's a big change.
They were clothes. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I wrote down all of like their nice vacation wear is really nice. I'm gonna give it to Mia Goth's character here. She wore this really pretty black dress that had like the
Oh,
back
yeah.
straps were all pearls, and then she had a pearl necklace on. Perfect, gorgeous. The only compliment she's getting from me.
Yeah.
Now, is it no? I'm trying to think back. Is it normal for her to show boobage, or is that like rare for her?
She
'Cause-
got naked in X.
Did she?
I think so.
She's taking an X.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she does. I don't.
Yeah, we haven't watched it. in a
I
couple
remember they
years,
were
but
making
yeah.
a porn, but I don't know who got naked exactly. But
No, she's a little nude queen over there.
no, because they were wearing masks. But I'm like, I think that's Mia Goth, and I'm like, I think it might be. I'm like, I don't know, but
Yeah.
So I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know if nudity is normal for her or what, but
I think so.
I think it's pretty good for her, like normal.
Yeah, I think so. I think she must have been like a model beforehand or something like that.
I want to say she was.
Yeah.
I don't know. for
Most
sure.
models are pretty comfortable with being nude on screen.
Also, the masks, they are so creepy. There's like the one that has all the holes that gives me like major trypophobia. And then the one where there's like all the money, like put your money where your mouth is kind of thing, the money in the mouth kind of thing. There's the multiple eyes, like they're all just so trippy and cool.
Do you have any other like sayings for any of the other masks? I really like to put your money where your mouth is.
That's the only one I thought of. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. And I was trying to figure out what he was going for with each mask, but I didn't have enough time to look at them.
Oh.
But that's the only one I came up with something clever.
I didn't-
That was funny. Yeah.
yeah, but they must all mean something, I'm sure.
They could.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have any. You nailed them.
Oh, okay.
Like the only thing I can really think of to say is like Alexander Skarsgård, even though like he's beaten up by the end of the movie, dude still looks like a fucking movie star.
Yeah.
dude, he pissed on himself at one point.
Don't matter.
Yeah.
He's looked hot doing it, so there you go.
When do we get to talk about the movie in general? Like, because there's so much stuff I want to say.
We're getting there,
We're getting
Robbie.
there.
We're getting there.
I'm like jumping out of my seat. This got me antsy. I can't even like.
We're almost there, buddy. Just gonna say bye to Rob there. He said the kid is yelling for food and we have nothing here, so I have to run.
Bye, Rob.
Rob, thanks for signing up or subscribing to our stuff. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And this is Slasher Radio. Rob is on the Slasher Radio podcast. Everyone go check
We'll
that
check it out. We'll subscribe back.
Mia Goth doesn't shy away from the nudity.
Yes.
All right. Memorable lines. Do you guys have any?
Oh, I don't think I do. I don't think I wrote anything down either.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
I definitely remember the whole movie, but I'm like,
Yeah, but
did they say anything weird? It was more of a vibe to me, the whole thing. Dialogue. There wasn't much dialogue.
well, I mean, there was, but I didn't write any down.
Yeah, I'm sorry to let you down on that.
That's okay. I
That's
only
okay.
have one.
Yeah, like for a first time watch, it's an experience.
Yeah.
Dude, I went into this just knowing that there was a hand job scene. That's all I knew.
Yeah.
Like that's what I knew going into it. That's literally all I knew. I'm like, I want to hear about this reach around, and I left it like, dude, there's so much more.
The only one I wrote down was, "Do you fear you just witnessed your own demise?" And then he says, "I can only hope."
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's spooky. Yeah.
Or-
Nice.
Probably the dog that went when he was a dog. that was my memorable.
Okay. What about you?
I wrote down 3, and like, I feel like that one's a really good line actually. So I wrote down these are the ashes. Consider it a souvenir.
Okay.
So he gets to
Ooh.
take his double home with him. And then I can't remember who says this, but somebody says we are all zombies here. So
Yeah.
they've all been technically killed, but they're still living. And then this one I really liked, but only through blood can you shed your past.
Ooh.
Those are
Like
very
those
good.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't catch, I just wrote down the one and then I was just watching the movie really, but
Yeah, no, I was kind of in the same
those are some
boat.
good ones. The only line I disliked was Jamesy.
Jamesy!
Jamesy. I'm like, oh my God.
She had that British accent the whole movie too. Like even her accent was like, I
that's
can't.
I'm used to hearing her
Talking real
southern,
life.
so it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
that's
she?
her actual, that's
she's
her
Brit-
actual voice.
Oh, okay.
She's British.
Mhm.
Yeah, she
I'll
yeah.
be damned.
Yeah, that's my dislikes. Did you have anything?
No,
Okay.
I think the dialogue is extremely well written.
What's your dislike?
me?
Your dislikes?
Mine
thought-
was Jamesy.
The weird when she's like Jamesy, when she's being all obnoxious. I agree.
I thought you were going to say Mia Goth is my I thought you were going there. I was like, she's going there, ain't she?
What was your favorite kill?
The first one,
the
the
no,
first
yeah,
time it
yeah.
happened I was very uncomfortable the
Dude,
entire time. It was like hurting my chest. I was like, is that really him? Like before they pan up there and you see him.
It's just dude.
that one was, and just the
Not even
the amount that they stay on the stomach with the stabbing and
No,
just
but
all the blood. It was very well done.
It's also his
the first
reaction.
one.
It's his reaction to seeing himself get murdered. It's
Mhm.
like he has to watch himself die, and then it cuts back to like his reaction, and it's very
uncomfortable. It was
I've
very
never
well
seen
done
anything like
though.
that. That's
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah. Yes, Mia Goth is from across the pond. I'll go with a different one. I'll go with the group execution fake out where the whole group is chatting and then all of a sudden they all get taken in to get executed and then you see them all watching after like all happy and excited about it. Yeah.
That was a crazy twist. Yeah.
I thought it was really them at first.
Yeah.
That's what I want to talk about. It's killing me.
We could talk about it.
We're almost there.
We're getting to storyline and pacing like right after the kills and gore. Don't worry.
I'm so jumpy this episode. I apologize.
I think he's just excited
I
because
just
he
was
watched
like-
it and he was like, "What?"
I've been holding this in since like yesterday.
Last night?
I'm like, I'm going to talk about all this, and I'm just like chatterbox. I'm a chatterbox.
What was your favorite?
I also went with the first double kill because I think there's something about Brandon Cronenberg in violent stabbing sequences.
Oh God, yeah.
And he fucking nails it every time to a level where it's extremely graphic but like Kaylee said, it makes you feel super uncomfortable. It's not like, oh, you're watching a slasher movie and like, you know, like
You're almost like wanting to look away.
yeah, like it's like, and it's so glorified almost. So yeah, like they're also in Possessor, first 5 minutes, incredibly visceral stabbing sequence in the first 5 minutes of the movie. So yeah, I'm going with that one because for some reason this dude wants to stab somebody, I guess.
Do you guys have a least favorite kill? Because I couldn't think of any. Like they're all good.
I think they did a really good job with all of those type of scenes in the film. So I wouldn't say that I had one that I thought didn't stack up against the rest of them that wasn't as well done.
It's not a kill, but when she shot him when he was running in the woods in the end, it seemed like he was far away and she was just like blindly shooting. I was like, how did she hit him?
Yeah.
I was like, how did that happen? Because he seemed like far away.
He did seem farther away.
And she was just like randomly just like, I was like, maybe she's just, it's good.
A good shot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Good luck.
Not a least favorite kill though. It was just so weird that when someone died, I was like, oh, that's wild.
Mm-hmm.
So
I went with the guy with the local that gets hit by the car.
yeah.
Oh,
Totally didn't need to be hit by the car, but it just so happens fate brought that guy walking across the street.
yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, one more category and then we'll get into the storyline, Robbie. Don't you worry.
Dude,
Gore factor and special effects.
Oh, I thought that was great. Like the part we were just talking about, like the first kill, like when it looks like a real stomach, like, you know, the way that they had the camera like close up like that. It felt like he was stabbing him like right in his guts. It made my stomach hurt, made me uncomfortable, and it looked real enough to do so. So
same.
I think that they did really good with the special effects.
Even the actual, I guess that's the infinity pool. I think they threw him in.
Mhm.
Like that looked like a bunch. It looked like a pool of gore to me. I mean, that looked kind of wild. I
Mhm.
mean, yeah. So that looked crazy.
It was weird,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, the
Yeah.
gore, the effects, everything looked awesome. The splooge.
The splooge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's even like when he like beats his face in at the end and it's all like flapping and stuff and you see the
Mhm.
eyeballs, so gross.
Mhm.
The orgy scenes, you see like nipples oozing.
There's
Yeah.
something projecting out.
Yeah, there's
It's not even ooze. Something comes out.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
just weird things are happening with those nipples.
Yeah.
Mhm.
There's a
Yeah. The breastfeeding scene that was crazy too at the end. Yeah. Yeah.
there's like the vagina where a wiener comes out of it in the orgy sequence. I'm
Yeah.
like, Like, I don't remember any of this.
I forgot about it too. We must have blocked it out.
Yeah.
They started messing with like the nipples started like looking weird too because they were like,
I don't.
You know what I mean? They got like super pointy and they were shooting shit out. I was like, oh god, why mess with the nipples? Because at first I'm like, ooh, and then I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I mean the special effects are fantastic in this movie. It's so great. It's all seems to be practical to me. I don't think I noticed anything really CGI. Yeah, it's great body horror.
Okay. All right, Robbie. Storyline and pacing.
Take it away, Robbie.
Give it to us. What do you want to talk about?
God
I
to
don't
the,
even know.
God to the damn. Like this whole movie was just like it screws at your head the whole time. The way they told the story from like the point of view, it screws with the viewer like more than the people in the story. Like once I found out that he was being cloned and everything, I didn't know which was the original and which was the clone. I thought maybe that was the twist at the end. And then I'm thinking like, okay, so what is the whole message of the story? I know what you did last summer, that guy. And then she's like, don't call the police. Don't call the police. So he's like, all right, I won't call the police. And he's like throwing up because he's so upset. But I think the character, he started he started liking being bad, or like he liked the idea that he could just get away with basically anything, no consequences. Whatever you do, you just get cloned and you can start over the next day. So like the crap he was doing just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. And like, I just think is that what the story's about? I don't know. Maybe it's like without
the consequences.
Without consequences.
How dark is a person willing to go?
They could have done anything, and all they did is they go to jail, they get cloned, they start over the next day. So like it just kept on like, and then eventually one of his clones is a dog. I guess Mia Goth screwed with his clone so bad. He's like,
she convinced him he was a dog.
Yes, I guess that's what happened. I don't know, but like you're watching all this as the viewer, and I'm like, the fuck, like what's going on? And the way it ends, like no explanation. Like there was no explanation this entire time. Like I don't think there was. Like it wasn't deeply explained. I think it's one of those things like you make up your own ending.
And so close.
No,
so close. So it's the rich that don't have any consequences for the actions, because the locals, they die for real. Mm-hmm. And it's just these rich people that can go out and do whatever the fuck they want. And then all they have to do is pay a little bit of money and they're scot-free. They can just do it all over again.
That makes sense.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. And they fuck with Alexander Skarsgård because he is somebody that doesn't have money, who's truly never belonged in that kind of crowd, who's even like belittled by his wife. So they give him the opportunity to feel powerful and then break him totally down to the point where he's resorted back to like being in like the fetal position and treating Mia Goth like his mother again. Like he's reborn into this world.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hold on. So at the end of the movie, why does he decide to stay like where he is instead of going home? Like what is that about? Is he just like he doesn't even know who he is anymore, or is he like, no, I'm one of them now. Like I'm a murderer. I'm this. I'm that. Like why does he stay?
That I don't know. Yeah. That could be totally
Brendan, man. I need answers, dude.
I answered some of it.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think you can take that as any way you want. Like, is he sitting there contemplating whether or not he's the real him? Is he sitting there contemplating if he could even go on living after, experiencing the things he does? He's also been rebooted, so maybe he doesn't even know how to live outside of this island again, right?
Yeah.
And like everybody around him is treating it so casually. Like the sequence of them on the bus at the end is just like
talking about going home to do just the most mundane thing.
Yeah.
Nonchalantly, and he's just like wrecked.
Yeah, and he's just like an emotional wreck.
So that was the rich crew at the end, like Mia Goth and all them. They were the rich crew.
Yeah, they were going home.
And this is like entertainment for them.
They do it once a year. Yeah, that she mentioned that's their vacation once a year. I just didn't understand. For some reason, I thought they were all going to be stuck there forever. Like I don't know, until the very end when they were on the shuttle, I thought that they were just doomed to stay at that resort and repeat it. When I think they're actually the ones that are the villains. You don't realize that until like, you know, all these bad things start happening. You're like, oh, these people are the villains, not the locals. Like,
But
it's these rich people.
Does
or
that guy
whatever.
James become one of them now, where he's actually into this?
I think I think he took it too far to where he had morals before, and now he doesn't know, like Brendan said, how to go back to living a normal life after he's done such horrendous things.
He wanted to write a book.
Yeah.
He's got more than enough material, man. Like, I think
Plus,
he
like,
has a lot of content.
How would he go back the next year if he's not the rich one in the relationship either? And this relationship is obviously over.
Yeah.
Is it though? It doesn't sound like it was.
I'm sorry, but if like you decided to stay on this vacation with my money and just get all fucked up and do all this fucked up shit while I went home,
Well,
Yeah, but she doesn't.
I think
know
we'd be
that.
over.
Yeah.
and don't forget,
Especially with Mia Goth.
don't forget the handy. There was a handy.
Yeah, if you stay back with me and Goth for some reach arounds.
Yeah.
Oh, can I ask a question?
Yeah, you have another question?
No. She did the reach around
Mm-hmm.
while he was pissing. So I'm thinking he went from piss mode to boner mode to splooge mode. But I'm thinking, did Mia Goth get piss on her hand?
That's a good question.
That's
She
what I
probably
want to
liked
know.
Probably,
What?
yeah. She would definitely
She
like it.
probably liked
She's
it.
into
She's a
weird
kinky
stuff.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the way they shot that too, like you see the piss hit the ground, and then like there's like a pause, and I'm like, oh, don't do it. I'm like, God damn. I'm like,
You already knew it was going to
there
happen.
it is. I was like,
Yeah. I'm just gonna say what's up to Eli here real quick. Hey
Nice.
Eli. Yes, thank you. And thank you for putting that horror couples link in the
Thank
chat
you.
there
Oh,
again.
Eli, thanks, man. That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
What a nice chat. Is the chat normally this good looking?
Always. Does someone get an old fashioned in the movie?
Somebody does.
Yeah.
That's what I call them too at work. Everybody else doesn't call them that.
An old
You get old fashions
Yeah.
at work?
No,
Oh,
like
not.
we talk about it, and I say
what
no.
the hell do you do, man?
Nothing like that.
I've never heard anyone call it that.
It started in South Park. It was a South Park episode.
Oh.
I've never heard that
Yeah.
either, but now that you say that, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Isn't that's a drink at the bar too, like an old fat? Isn't that called?
Yeah.
It's like a whiskey drink, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Can I get an old fashioned?
Hey, Reign of Horror.
Hey, Rain.
Yeah, storyline pacing. All I really have is like pacing wise, it was a little slow at times for me. Maybe it's because I kind of knew where it was going this time. But still, I really enjoyed it. Love the concept of like they don't know if they're actually themselves anymore or if they are their clone. But then at the same time, like they say, like, does it really matter? And it's like, I don't know if I could ever get past that idea of like, does it matter? Or like, I don't know. I guess it really doesn't. But at the same time, it's like so messed up it would fuck with me forever.
Yeah.
That's all I wrote down. But do you have any other storyline stuff, Robbie?
Yeah. I think he just like he got rid, he got it all out. Is that what-
I feel bad because I feel like I was like impatient this whole time, and I was.
I think
No,
you're just
no, it's
excited.
okay.
It's
Yeah, that's okay.
Like we were really
I
into
was-
it last night. So this movie's really cool. Like it's so
No,
trippy.
I was cutting people off here and there. That's not usually what I do. So
That's okay.
I'm just like,
Kaylee, did you have anything?
what was the question?
The storyline and the pacing.
Oh no. Well, all I want to say about that is, with all the weirdness and all like the trippy stuff going on, I appreciated all of it. But the movie, did it have to be 2 hours? Could they have knocked it down like? Could they have knocked it down like 15 minutes? Maybe. I mean,
This was the unrated cut, so
Oh, okay.
I don't know what the rated runtime would be.
I'm just thinking like usually I like my films like hour
He
and a
likes
half.
like an hour and a
Like,
half. Usually.
I'm
I-
like you.
Yeah, I just like it. I just like I don't have the attention span. I want it like, but like 2 hours. It wasn't long, but like maybe they could have knocked 10 minutes off.
I
And
feel like the way they told it, it was paced pretty well. I agree with you, Sam. There are some parts that are a little slow in certain parts, but I feel like overall they do a really good job with the pacing, and it keeps you on the edge of your seat because you're uncomfortable the whole time and you don't understand what's going on. Or I wanted to know if he was ever gonna get off the island and stuff at the end, and we get to find that out. So I like the way they wrapped it up and stuff, even though it's kind of open ended, but not.
He got off on the island.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have anything else you wanted to add?
No, I just think it's really good. The one thing that I forgot didn't happen is that like the whole lights going out in the car seems so deliberate to me that I was convinced. I convinced myself that they made. So I convinced myself that they made a copy of a local to walk out in front of the car while the lights were going off just to set him up. Like I thought they framed him like all the way through the start, but that's just not the case.
I like that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I actually feel a little better now because now I have an idea what's going on.
He understands it
I
better.
like Brendan's theory. I literally was just like, what the hell for like the last like half a day. I was no. I do agree. Maybe it looked like it was a setup too, because the way how did she know that he was an author though? Like
she researched him.
Like
She looked up his name.
So she Googled him and she's like, I'm gonna just
say I read your book.
Pretend to be a fan. And yeah, that would have worked with me too. And it really would have. I would have been like, oh, okay. So you like horror YouTubers, do you? It would have worked. It would have worked, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Favorite scenes? Do you have any that we haven't talked about that you want to bring up again, or?
I think that the rain and stuff at the end was really powerful. Like the very ending scene where he's sitting in the rain. I think it kind of mirrors probably how he's feeling on the inside. I would think like just down, depressed, like, doesn't rock bottom, basically. I feel like that just shows that in that ending scene that he has hit rock bottom and he doesn't know how to, get up from there. So
yeah, I agree.
Favorite scene?
Yeah, I like the ending. I thought it was impactful.
I would have to, I don't know. We make jokes about the sex and nudity, but like I really thought it was done in like an artsy way. Like it really was. I felt like I was like on like drugs or something watching that. And it was really like
trippy.
It was a break from like just the constant story or just the slow pace of stuff. It cut into like this like club orgy scene where I'm seeing like all these different things, and I don't know how many butts or boobs are there because I'm trying to follow, but I have to look away. It was done in a way that I was like, that's kind of like artsy. I never really,
you like the artsy.
It was original, even though it was just it was kind of original. I mean, so
yeah.
The orgy's my favorite scene.
Love it.
Not to take anything away from the reach around, but
yeah, there's lots of great scenes in this movie. I think I'll probably still go with the execution scenes because like they kind of fake you out and stuff. And then them talking about whether or not it's really them or not, like that they killed. And one random thing I wanted to bring up was when my least favorite scene when she's doing the whole Jamesy thing on the car, there's like a bucket of fried chicken sitting next to her that I just could not stop staring at. Like she had this bottle of wine, a gun in her hand, and there's this perfectly sat bucket of fried chicken, and I couldn't tell what the label said. I thought it was product placement for a minute, and like that is like so random.
Yeah,
but yeah, it had no purpose. It was just a bucket of fried chicken on the hood of the car.
I remember thinking that was odd too. Yeah,
you get hungry when you're pointing a gun at somebody, walking them down the road.
Grab a drumstick.
Yeah.
Maybe
finger looking good.
I also really love the bus at the end where they're all just talking so nonchalantly about what they're going to do when they get home, and he's just sitting there like just staring.
Yeah.
I have another. I got another scene. Oh, is it Brendan's turn? I'll let Brendan. I don't want to say it again. It's yours.
No, go for it. Yeah.
No, what about the first cloning thing with like the pool of like red liquid or blood, and then they like he's like naked and like they put the cap on him and that thing is like ha
ha. Substance, Steve. That's the part that reminded me of the substance.
It made me like uneasy, and then he's like ha.
Yeah,
dude, I was like, that was crazy. Just because like we're like, what the hell's he even going? What did he sign? He signed some contract agreeing to this, like
yeah, because he would have to die or his double could die for him. So like obviously you're going to sign because you're in a panic and you're like, I don't want to die. Like I don't want to be executed. So he just went ahead and signed it. Right.
Yeah.
I was trying to follow, but that guy had like some accent and he explained it quickly. And I'm like, okay, I'm like, he did not read this over. It's kind of like the terms of agreement, like online, you're just like agree, accept, agree, because you want to get through all that crap. You know what I mean? But like, I never read that stuff. That's what this guy did. He's just like, a lot of deer. And then I'm like, no, dude, he just signed up for a world of hell.
Rob says a bucket of fried chicken always serves a purpose.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Did you have any more?
Yeah, so I like there's a sequence where James thinks that he's kidnapped the detective because the rich people tell him that he stole the passport or whatever, and that's why he has to stay there or whatever, which we find out is not true. James hid his own passport. So he goes along with this, and then it's almost like like ritualistic how he like does this drug in front of everybody, and I believe are they all wearing masks? I can't remember if they were or not in that sequence, but like he like gets all like primal and like is like doing these battle cries as he's walking around, and he starts beating the shit out of himself before he knows he's beating the shit out of himself. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed that sequence, and I'm gonna go with reading the bad book review. Just way to beat him down even further. Like, what a bitch.
That was great. Yeah, wasn't she was on the back? She was on the car, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that was good. That was good."
Like he just looks like he's just gonna start bawling. He's probably
Yeah.
read that a million times, that same review too. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, but he really I guess you're trying to beat him down, but like really fucking kicking him when he's down, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys think like because it ended so like open and randomly, do you think it's possible for a sequel? Do you think they could set it up for a sequel? He's still on the island. Like he's still there.
I don't know.
I don't think
A lot of
the
unfinished business. There's a lot of unfinished business.
I agree, but I don't think the Cronenbergs ever do sequels.
They probably just want to leave you with a mind fuck and be like, all right, figure out what that meant.
Yeah,
See you
exactly.
later.
That's pretty much all they ever do.
So
Like,
it's not just me. This is how they do things.
Yeah.
yeah. So like David's movies early on are like really like what the fuck. Like there's a movie called The Brood that he did, and it's just like by the time you get to the end of it, you're like, what am I witnessing? But it's not for that long because it's like a drama, except there's a little bit of horror thrown in there. But his son does this kind of weird like techno like futuristic sci-fi stuff. David did the same thing, and then David's daughter actually directed her debut this year. Was it this year or last year?
I think last.
It was last year, which we haven't seen yet. I think it's called Emain.
I think so, something like that.
Yeah. So you can't state on that one, but yeah, they're all just like weird, almost like Twilight Zone-esque episodes of just weirdness thrown at you.
Yeah, it ended so randomly. I was like, you could easily just tell him you can continue this easily if you wanted to, because I'm like, he's not home yet, so I'm like, you could easily just keep going with this. But I don't know.
They'll probably just keep it at that.
Oh,
he ran out of money. He's just sitting there with nothing to do now.
He's got to.
He's gonna go hang out with that kid that stabbed him.
He's got to. Yeah. Oh no, he was. That's another thing. He was, because they all had that symbol under their eye, and I was like, this kid just murdered him or his clone. I wasn't sure which one, but like, there's a scene where he wakes up, he's laying in bed, and the kid's just chilling, and he's like okay with it. I'm like, why are you okay with it? I would tell the kid to scram.
I'm sure that would work.
I don't know, man. I would not want that kid near me. I'd be like, hey, you killed my double.
Do you guys have any least favorite scenes?
The probably where they have those people on their knees in that point, it was kind of like, I don't know, it was weird. I don't know, where they broke into the hotel manager's, I believe, house. Like that scene was kind of weird.
For me, it's that whole he's a dog and he's now breastfeeding. It was weird and strange. I like that part of it, but I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's not explained. There's no reason for this. So I'm like, yeah. So did he become a baby at the end? I didn't understand what I don't know what they're trying to say.
Well, they said that when you spill blood, you are born anew or something. I guess that was the symbolism for that,
I
right?
think he wanted to suck me God's tits.
Yeah.
I think that's what's going on. He's like, well, if I can't write, I'm just gonna do this.
When he killed his double that was acting like a dog, I was like, I wonder if this is does the dog like the website doesthedogdie.com or whatever. It's like,
Oh,
I
does
wonder
it
if this is
count?
on there, but it wouldn't. Do you have any least favorite scenes?
I don't know.
Okay, I just have Mia Goth screaming.
Yeah.
I can't stand that scene.
Yeah, I can see the Jamesy thing.
Yeah.
Get a little annoying for sure.
What do we think of the killer? What would we consider the killer in this movie?
The Bowers, I believe, are their last name. So that'd be Mia Goth and her husband, or you could just kind of group them all together into the rich folk, the 1%ers.
Yeah.
Probably Priceline.com or wherever you heard of this place. I mean,
To go on vacation?
Yeah, like Trafalgar.
Yeah,
Trafalgar. Yeah. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, whoever gave him this brochure totally fucked the guy. So yeah.
I thought they were cool. I thought it was a really different, cool concept. So I guess that whole group would be considered
Oh, the killers.
the murderers.
They were all in together, serious, and like, yeah, like I think Brendan mentioned that the bus scene where they're just talking amongst themselves like nothing happened. I'm like, dude, that's crazy, man. And then so this is just like what they do for fun.
Yeah, it's like the Purge, but like on a vacation. Yeah, and
That's what I was
yeah.
thinking. Yeah, I thought of the Purge too.
Yeah,
They ever heard of shuffleboard or something else?
Yeah, I don't have too
Aw.
much to add to them. You?
I don't either. I think we talked about how they're just disgusting rich people with too much money to throw in a country that's unfortunately willing to put up with this kind of nonsense, really.
Yeah.
Well, it's
You ever-
because they're getting paid,
You ever see Rob Zombie's 31?
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately.
Are you no? But you're telling me like that was the same kind of idea. Like the rich people were using this as entertainment. Like they were putting them in a maze and all that. So you're saying that's like
it's similar.
that's what they were doing basically. Is what you
Yeah,
tell-
yeah, pretty much. Because they could just go out and kidnap a local and do that. It's the same whole thing too. But like they could like just kill a local for fun, or they could have more fun. And they're like maybe they've evolved to like we're gonna get another rich guest and we're gonna turn him crazy and we're gonna get him to do crazy shit too. Because they talk about how they were gonna frame him and set him up for failure to begin with, but then he ends up hitting the person with the car. So they're like, we didn't even have to do anything. You're just an idiot all by yourself.
Yeah.
So their whole plan was to get him to do this and to go through these ranges of emotions and break them down and stuff. So this was their methodical plan.
makes me hate me a goth now. I'm agreeing with Sam now.
Yes.
We gotta work on the Terminator, but I mean,
Scary rating out of 10. 10 being the scariest movie you've ever seen, and 1 being not scary at all.
I guess because of the amount of how it makes you so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Scary wise, because it being uncomfortable makes me feel like scared. So I would say like probably a 6, like on a scary level, because it makes you so uncomfortable the whole time. Not so in your face like jump scares or anything, but they just like uncomfortable, unsettling feeling you get watching it. Yeah.
it was scarier for me. I'd rather have jump scares and people coming at you with an axe because at least I know what the hell is going on. The fear of the unknown and not knowing what's going on, that made me feel so uneasy. Like it really did. And like, that's why I was like, oh, this thing's 2 hours. And then we checked at one point, we're only halfway through it. I'm like, we're only half done. I'm like, hasn't this guy been through it? For me, it was, I would say like 7 or 8.
Okay.
It as far as scary. Yeah, I don't like not knowing what's going on. And the uneasy feeling was happening since the beginning with that upside down camera. I was literally just like, I didn't like it, man. So this movie is very good. It's very good, just like I don't know. I'm trying to think, like Clockwork Orange, like certain Kubrick films with you. I mean, but I think the fact that they didn't take time to explain anything
Made it like a 7 or 8 for you.
they just left it. It's just an unknown. It really is. It's open to interpretation. Like somebody could watch this and have a totally different idea what's going on than us. You know, and I really think it's open to interpretation. It ends randomly, so you have to kind of make up your own ending. So I give it an 8 out of 10. It's uneasy, man. I'd rather watch I could watch like a gory thing. I could watch Terrifier. I don't care because I know what's going on. Me not knowing what's going on,
Scary.
I don't like that shit.
So it says Richard Brake from 31 is a national treasure. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
Absolutely.
That opening monologue, like if
Oh,
this was
fucking-
more if the movie was more focused on Doomhead, was his name?
Doomhead, yeah.
I would have loved that movie, but unfortunately he wasn't in it as much as I would have liked.
You can see his ass.
Yeah.
He's banging Ginger Lynn, and the phone rings, and he's like, "Gotta go to work, man." Amazing.
I just feel like that movie, I didn't care about any of like the main characters, so it like I just hated that movie.
Mhm.
But I love Doomhead. For me, scary rating, I think like Robbie said, like the concept and the mind fuck. Like I'm gonna give it a 5. Like it's not like scary. I'm gonna go to bed tonight and be scared or anything. Like not much does that to us anymore. But just the idea of like, I don't know, the mind fuck of like I can't get over me going and watching myself be executed and not knowing if that was me or my double kind of thing. Like that part really fucks with me. So yeah, I'm gonna go with a 5 because of that.
Okay.
What about you?
I think I'm also gonna join in on the 5.
Okay.
Just for like the visceral amount of like the violence and stuff like that.
Stabbing.
Yes, the insanely incredibly well done stabbing sequence as well as some other ones. And the trippiness too, like there's a lot of stuff going on in the movie that'll definitely throw your head for a loop. So yeah, I'll stick with a 5.
This character of James, though, like if he got his revenge, or if he like started screwing back with them, or if like something happened where he got his payback in, maybe it would have been a little less uneasy. But the fact that it just ended randomly, he's sitting there in the rain, and all he got out of it was like a hand job. I'm like, bro.
Well, he definitely got a lot more than
Yeah, I was
hand
gonna say
job.
he was in the orgy.
Yeah, but I couldn't see what the fuck was going on.
Well, he started with the two of
It was
them.
like
so-
it was I don't know. I really was lost. I'm like, oh, he's getting on with Mia Goth, and then I see like a third dude. I'm like, oh, that's a dude. And I don't know what's going on, dude. It was
I don't even think they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
They were just going with the motions.
Yeah.
it's one hell of a vacation, man.
Ryan says, I feel like Richard Brake could make a great Freddy.
Yeah,
Okay.
dude.
I could
I
see
thought-
that.
I thought Jim Carrey would. I don't know. They said something about Jim Carrey. Said he was.
He was a good Grinch.
I thought maybe he could. I was like,
Yeah.
that's a weird choice, but like Jim Carrey, I thought maybe that'd be very interesting.
Okay.
It'd be interesting. I don't know if that would hold up for me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, but like I think it would be
Maybe would it make you think of Dumb and Dumber too much if he was
maybe,
like-
but
Yeah.
he just
The
puts all his
mask.
he
Yeah.
just puts all his energy into everything. I think he would study Freddy, and maybe he could.
I
pull
don't know. That would
You
be
could do like a
interesting.
parody of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
He could be like the parody Freddy,
Oh, for sure.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rewatchability and would you recommend?
I think
Yeah.
it's rewatchable and I would recommend it.
I think it has something for everybody. I mean, I would recommend this to horror fans, but I would also just recommend this to just movie fans. And I would like if you want to see something crazy, or I would be interested in say like watch this and tell me what you think it's about. You know, because I like I said before, I know everybody's going to come back with a different story. You know, so.
Yeah.
A different interpretation.
I
Yeah.
mean, I'm afraid to rewatch it now because it really did screw with me. But I'm pretty sure it's one of those movies. If you rewatch it, you'll notice something different every time.
Oh, I'm sure.
I'm sure you'll be
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
I never noticed that. Or oh, you see how she looked at him there. You see how she
Mhm.
looked at him. You like, it's one of those things where you're like, yeah. So I would say, yeah, if you want to crack this case of the impossible story, I'm sure it's very rewatchable. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I did not
I don't-
notice the bucket of fried chicken the first time,
Yeah.
so I noticed that.
There you go.
Yeah.
I do like Brendan's version though. I like what you told me, and it all makes sense. You also said I was pretty close, so like I think if you put all the ideas together, I think we're on to something here.
Because I was in the same boat too the first time I watched it. I'm like, what was even like that? So I went through and did like a whole bunch of research after the movie, and then that seemed to be like the general theme. So then once I went back and rewatched it this time, I'm like, okay, I see where all this is coming from now.
I don't think he wants to go home. I think he wants to keep killing and he wants to keep living like this. He wants to keep. I don't think he wants to go back to regular.
Oh.
Either that or it's raining and he doesn't want to fly in the rain.
Scared of the turbulence.
Yeah.
Question from Swift. Have all of you seen the new show on Sci-Fi Revival?
We don't have cable, dude.
No. I'm gonna write that down and check.
I'm
out
always
a trailer
looking to
right
get
now.
into TV shows, so I'll check it out.
Revival. Yeah, I'll definitely check out a trailer. Thank you for the recommendation. And Bo's here. Hey, Bo.
Hey, Bo.
Late to the party.
What's going on, Bo? I see
This
that
is a
guy
great-
on your show.
Yeah, he's on a lot. This is a great recommendation for perverts. Just a little bit splooge.
A little bit.
Thank you, Ryan, putting Bo's link there in the chat. Yes, Pool is a good recommendation for regular movie fans to be nosy and hear their thoughts on it. Yeah. Okay, I would probably, I don't know. I've watched this movie twice now, and like I said, it is a little slow at times. I don't know if I would watch it again unless we had to do like another review on it personally.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of like, I don't rewatch movies often unless they're comfort films. I've said that many times. But recommend, of course, I would definitely recommend this movie. I would like to check out more David Cronenberg stuff, but I just need to force myself to do it one day.
Mhm.
And
We can watch The Brood for Canada Day.
yeah, we could do that if you want.
Would you recommend it?
Mhm.
You did.
I would like to watch Possessor again one day too. The other Brandon Cronenberg movie.
Oh, we could do that for Canada Day too, because that might be a little more easy for you.
Either or, we'll see. We'll talk about it.
Mhm.
Recommend rewatch.
Absolutely, I recommend this movie as I do any Canadian-made movie. 100%. I think the acting's incredible. So definitely watch it for that. Rewatchability for me, yes, I was dying to rewatch this movie before we did this review, and I'm gonna give it like 6 months, and I might try to watch it again.
Okay. Rob says Sam can't be bothered to watch this again. She has to watch the Friday the 13th remake for the 4,000th time.
I'm the same way, Sam, with my comfort movies. I'll just watch, or TV shows, I'll watch the same thing over and over because it's comforting, you know?
That's the only.
Yeah.
That's the only Friday I don't like too much.
I like it. I like
but
that.
everybody
Yeah, I like
loves
it
it,
too.
but everybody loves it. But when I saw it, I was like, I like the '80s Fridays
Well,
better.
you grew up on the other one.
Yeah, I
so
was just like, this seems like a modern. It was just too like nowadays Friday to me.
I
I
think that's what I like about it.
yeah, I didn't like it though. I don't know.
Me too. Revival episode 1 on YouTube for free.
Oh, cool.
Sci-Fi's YouTube channel. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
I'll
Final
check it out.
movie rating as a whole out of 5 stars. What would you rate this movie?
Dude, you suck.
I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I would.
Nice.
Mhm.
Okay.
3.75, almost 4.
Okay.
All right.
Almost.
No, I don't want to be. Well, fine. I'll give it 4.
Okay,
It's
we
your
matched
rating.
then.
Yeah, no. I was out of 10. Out of 10.
No, out of 5 stars.
I know, but I was saying like I was thinking before this. Out of 10, I was gonna give it like a 7.5.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
I'm trying to think out of 5 what that would be. It's like 3.5, almost 4.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that's what I give it.
Okay. I'm giving it a 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going 4.5.
Okay. I thought you were gonna give it a 5.
I know I'm so close. Trust me. If we like spent like another if we like were watching it as we were talking about it, I'd probably give it a 5.
Yeah.
Wait, Stan, you
let-
just gave me a goth film a 4.
I gave me a goth a 4.
No, you gave me a goth film a 4.
Oh yeah, you know what? I actually really like the movie X too.
No, it's
Amy
great,
Pearl.
yeah.
I've got some fun facts here.
Ooh, yeah, spill.
So, in a 2023 interview with Fangoria, Brandon Cronenberg spoke about how a real-life vacation experience inspired the film. The film
Where the-
started as a
Where
the
did he
film
go?
started as a short story just about the first execution, and as I was expanding it into a feature, I kept going back to a vacation I went on about 20 years ago to an all-inclusive resort in the Dominican Republic. It was surreal because they would bust you in the middle of the night so you couldn't see any of the country. They would just drop you in this resort compound, which was in fact surrounded by a razor wire fence. You couldn't leave, much like in the film, and there was kind of fake town where you could go shopping. The Chinese restaurant and the horrible discotheque in the movie are both based on that actual resort. The scene with the man on the ATV on the beach being chased by guards actually happened. And then at the end of the week, they bust you back during the day and you could see the actual immediate surrounding country, which was very poverty stricken. There were people living in shacks. That contrast was obviously horrible, but also surreal because you realized you had never actually entered the country. You were just dropped into this strange pocket of a sort of alternate dimension that had just grown up to become this tacky Disneyland mirror image of reality.
God. Whoa.
Well, it was a great inspiration for a story.
So
Wow.
this whole movie is just like a Yelp review, basically.
Yeah.
God damn.
I thought maybe he had an orgy on that.
Maybe
Yeah.
he just left that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a singles resort.
Yeah.
Rob's giving it a 4.5. Nice.
Nice.
Originally rated NC-17 for some graphic violence and sexual content. After an unsuccessful appeal for an R, Neon edited the film to get the desired rating. The uncut version was screened at Sundance, while the edited version was released in theaters. It was rumored that Robert Pattinson was offered the lead role, but passed.
Okay.
I could actually see him
Edward?
in that role too. Yeah, Edward.
He does weird stuff. I can see him doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy with this choice, but like I could see it either way.
Yeah.
Made more money in its first week than Crimes of the Future did in its entire theatrical run. The latter film was directed by Brandon Cronenberg's father, David Cronenberg.
Mm-hmm. Did they must have came out around the same time then?
I think they did because I remember people being like, "Oh, are they having like a father-son
Friendly
battle to see who
competition.
could do a better movie?" Yeah. Despite being the rare Canadian movie to not only get a wide release in Canada, but also in the United States, the movie was a huge box office failure. This is the second movie in which Alexander Skarsgård plays a writer who hasn't sold a lot of books. The other is Godzilla vs. Kong. I've never seen that.
I think I watched it once. I don't remember it though.
Like, oh yeah, he is. I just watched it like 2 weeks ago. I
Oh.
totally forgot he was even in it because they dropped his storyline with the sequel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
One of the instruments played in the band at the resort toward the beginning of the movie is a traditional Swedish folk instrument called, oh my God, Nyckel harpa. Alexander Skarsgård is a Swedish actor.
Nailed it.
Infinity Pool premiered at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival and was released by Elevation Pictures in Canada on January 27th, 2023. The film's European premiere was held at the 73rd Berlin International Film Festival in the Berlinale Special Section. That's kind of the same fact. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
That was really interesting about where he got the inspiration for the story. That's really crazy.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that there would have been like a couple more like fun facts that answered some questions, but that's satisfying enough.
The breastfeeding
Yeah.
nipple thing was improvised.
Yeah.
Was it?
No.
Oh.
Yeah. I did think about
Big
that though.
nipple.
When we were watching it, I was like, I wonder if that was like planned or if like Mia Goth just did it and then he rolled with it. I'm like, could you imagine everybody on set?
They were like, "What?"
Man.
Right before the scene, she's like, "Just follow my lead.
Yeah.
Things are gonna get weird. Just go
Yeah.
with it."
Yeah. Brandon's gonna love this.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thanks for coming on and watching the
Oh,
movie,
Of
guys.
course.
Yeah,
Thank you guys
I'm
so much
happy.
for having
It was
us.
a great
Yeah.
discussion because I just really wanted to talk about this. I'm like, I had so many questions. I was like, what's going on? And then I don't know. I think everybody has a different version of what happened, but I like your theory. I like what you
Yeah.
said.
I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I was a little you're always worrisome when you give these types of movies out to people.
Oh yeah, I thought it
Yeah,
was
I
great.
love
I would
it.
definitely rewatch it. I thought it was really trippy and it was really well done.
Good.
Yeah.
Before we take off, do you guys want to talk about your channel one last time for everyone? Ryan's got your link in the chat already.
Swayze,
Ryan,
Oh, thank you, Ryan.
Thank you, Koi, for recommending this. Thank you, Swayze, for
Mhm.
representing.
Yeah,
And we are that horror couple.
We have a members page if you got anybody wants to check that out. We did that recently the past couple months. We just do exclusive videos on there that we don't put on our regular page. And we'll be going to see the new Megan at the end of the week and putting our review up for that. So I believe that's this week. I'm pretty sure.
We finished the Days of the Dead series. Season.
Dead City, you mean?
Oh, yeah.
We finished Dead City.
What did I say? Days of the Dead?
Yeah, Days of the Dead.
But
so yeah, we'll be looking forward to that. So if anybody's interested in that, just please check it out.
Basically,
Awesome.
we film videos and upload them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just
Perfect.
check it out.
Awesome.
What do we have coming up?
We have this, and then
This. We
It sounds like
did
me.
this.
We
yeah.
have
Oh, I don't think we have anything planned.
We have stuff planned. It's just not this week. So tomorrow we're going to be on Nadia's channel.
Oh, that's true. Oh, my
Kaylee and I.
goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
Okay.
Final
Yeah.
Girls.
you guys got your girls thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a
So-
good. I enjoyed that last time around. I thought it was a good. It was a good get together.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I had to keep shutting it off though.
Because of the spoilers.
Because I didn't
Yeah.
want any spoilers.
I just kept taking my headphone
Yeah,
in
yeah,
and
I
I would
did-
wait
I
when they were
right.
done.
Yeah.
Sam literally takes out her
Mhm.
earpiece. I was
I don't
like,
blame her. Yeah.
Yeah. We still haven't seen Until Dawn.
No.
Oh, I don't think you're missing out on that.
No, but you guys got to talk about your June watches, right?
Yeah.
Like you guys get together
Yeah.
once a month for talking about all your June watches.
Mhm.
Oh, you can
Yeah.
mention Infinity Pool now.
So
I
we're-
already gave my 3. Yeah.
Oh, you did?
yeah,
Victor?
me too. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow night. I think it's at 8:00 Eastern
Mhm.
for our Final Girls group, and then I don't know. We might do a count this week if we can fit one in.
Yeah, I think we were talking maybe Friday. It's a long weekend for me potentially, so
Yeah, but then for Canada Day, we want to do a Canadian movie.
movie. Yeah.
And then the 4th of July, we're doing Jaws 2 with Sean.
Oh, fun.
As long as he's available, yeah.
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 I was gonna say don't tie him down yet because
Yeah.
it is the 4th of July and it's on a Friday.
Yeah, I know.
And America. You know?
Yeah, he said he doesn't do anything for it.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Brandon, if you get that steelbook you were talking about, though, you can like update your. You could do those videos like your updates with that steelbook.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see what it looks like. Yeah.
depending on if you get it, you could be like, "Yo, update."
Yeah, actually, it's almost the end of the month, so you'll have to do your haul.
Yeah, I'll have to do my haul eventually here
Yeah.
coming up.
Yeah,
I always
we'll be
I-
around.
I always enjoy those because like
Yeah.
yeah, I think I know about like rare films until I watch you guys, and I'm like, never saw
You
that.
guys have a
never
really
saw
cool
that. Never
physical
saw
media
that.
collection.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm-
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Mhm.
you guys
Well,
tracked
it's all
down.
him.
Yeah. Well, you did a great job collecting them.
I used to go
Thank
to.
you.
I used to go to the Walmart bin and go to the bottom because that's
Mhm.
where all the slashers were, and I would
Yeah.
find like this random slasher. It was also like next to the Slurpee machine at 7-Eleven, and like those like those,
Rare.
those
gems.
gems I would always try to track down. But like I see you guys doing that, and I'm like, this is so cool.
Mhm.
I like going to the antique mall and finding just cheap DVDs with the cover. I have no idea what it is, and I buy it, and it ends up being horrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
I found a couple good ones, but
Mhm.
But
But
I've
yeah,
done that
thanks for
before
coming
too.
on, guys.
Of
I'm like, well,
course.
the artwork was cool, so I got it. There's a couple of those too, where I'm like, the artwork was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it ends up not being that
I
great.
I do that a lot too though.
Swayze, man, thank you.
Yeah,
'cause,
thank you.
Yes.
he's always there supporting everybody. This guy's awesome.
I know I don't know how he does it.
He's fantastic. And thank you to everyone that tuned in the chat and commented along with us.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
has been fun. Thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
It's been a hell of a conversation,
Mhm.
and I appreciate everybody's opinions and
Yeah.
and for educating me on this because I did not know. I knew less after the film than before the film. I was like, this film is like 3 words. I'd be like, say what? That would be. I should have said that. Yeah, 3 words.
All right. Well, have a good night, everyone, and stay spooky.
Bye guys.
Thank you.